Gemini rising, there's a total solar eclipse in your third house of Leo. What will that mean for you specifically? I'm Sook Boy, you're awesome. Let's talk about it. In astrology, an eclipse is considered a pretty significant event and is highly symbolic of major beginnings and major endings in your life. Over the next 18 months, you'll experience eclipses in this third and ninth house axis, Leo and Aquarius respectively. Now, if you would like an in-depth reading about the next 18 months, I've got you covered. Directly under this video, scroll down to Gemini rising the next 18 months. I can tell you everything you need to know. For this particular video, I'm covering the total solar eclipse in Leo in your third house. What does that mean? This eclipse is asking you to release any mental clutter. Audit your thought process. In other words, what thought process have you normalized? How do you speak to yourself that's somewhat restricting you in some way, that's not serving you anymore, or it's leaving you stagnant and stuck in an old comfort zone? Now, the third house rules many themes. Communication, the way you think, the way you transact information with others. It's your relationship with your localized environment, your neighbors, your neighborhood, the local council. Short distance travel, like, your relationship with your car, for example. It also speaks to your extended family, your in-laws and your siblings and the correspondence you have with them. It governs the way you learn, the way you write, the way you speak, and how you metabolize or process the media. This full moon in your third house of Leo potentially asks you to question how much influence do your words really carry. Recently, have you been giving too much attention to idle gossip that doesn't really matter? Or have you been on the receiving end of other people gossiping about you? What is occupying your mind every day? Have you prioritized what to pay attention to? What is draining your attention every day? Now, Mercury, your chart ruler, is conjunct Jupiter in this third house. So immediately there is a lot of attention drawn to the synchronicities of your day. Now, Mercury also rules your fourth house of the home, the third house ruling or governing over, your relationship with siblings. What if siblings, extended family, in-laws, what's that got to do with your home or living situation at the moment? Now, the fact that Mercury is conjunct Jupiter, we're starting a new synodic cycle, a new way of relating to people, because that Jupiter rules your seventh house of important relationships, romantic, business, platonic, or otherwise. Now, that Jupiter also rules your 10th house of your career, your public reputation, your subjective perspective of what success is, your ambitious nature, let's say. Now, in particular, that Mercury is opposing Pluto. So there could be a clash of beliefs, facts versus opinions. This could be political beliefs. This could be spiritual beliefs. This could be the logistics around a holiday you're trying to book, or potentially considering whether or not you should join that workshop. You should hold that workshop. You should hold a study group, teach something new, learn something new, basically expose yourself to new domains of knowledge. Is anything or anyone in your localized vicinity, this also includes people that you have email correspondence with, text messages, Facebook groups, for example. Is there a clash there? Are you not seeing eye to eye? Are people's egos getting involved? Has there been a clash with a mentor or a teacher? You're not really seeing eye to eye. Are you madly trying to finish an assignment or an area of study and it's overwhelming you in some way? Uranus, Venus, and Pluto are all in your identity houses, the 1st, the 5th, and the 9th. So there's a lot of experimentation about how you want to express yourself. And potentially you're testing the status quo in some way. You're poking back at someone's very rigid beliefs, and maybe they don't understand your perspective, or they don't have time for your perspective. Maybe you're being disrespected in some way. That being said, I do see this as a really favorable moment to push back, to potentially be a little bit rebellious. Now, for many of you that are pursuing some kind of romantic situationship, the Venus in your 5th house is opposing the Neptune. So have fun by all means, but try not to get too inebriated with one another, let's say. In fact, there could be some confusion or miscommunication when it comes to you and your community, you and your friendship circles. Especially when it comes to sharing the same worldview or ideology. There could be some friction there. Just saying. For those of you that are following some kind of entrepreneurial journey, there could be some reluctance coming up on the horizon that you don't want to invest any money or finances into yourself. There could be some imposter syndrome going into that chapter of your life, let's say. But this is the time to take the initiative, even if you're not feeling totally confident. It's a great time to plant the seeds and organize the logistics, the scheduling around anything to do with launching your own entrepreneurial journey. More than anything, pay closer attention to the types of conversations you're involved with over this time. Are they really important? Are they draining you? Or are you not contributing enough? Are you being heard? Are you not being heard? These are the questions you can ask yourself from now over the next 6 months. If your thoughts and ideas aren't landing with people, how can you reframe or repackage your message? As a thank you for watching this entire video, please feel free to send me a DM. I'll send you a coupon code for 30 Australian dollars off my natal and birth chart readings. Hope that helps. Okay, bye.